Valheim, slow and easy. Hello, everybody. It's me, Hank. Welcome to the show. It's you. I'm Hank. It's Valheim. We're playing a game here. Oh my God, this is going to be an exciting one. In the last episode, you watched me do some work on the base. If you recall, we built out one of these alcoves. Well, since then, I've done some extra work myself. I didn't like wasting all this tar, so I did some experimenting with just doing a wood version as we look at here. And this doesn't, I think I like this. I think this works nicely. So we're going to probably convert this side over here to that so that these two alcoves match. But that's not what we're doing today. Today, I don't know how I've titled this video yet, so it might be spoiled. It might not be spoiled. But we're going to have a really exciting adventure with wildlife. I know that they made an upgrade in the game. I guess I'll just spoil it because it's probably... it's Bear Day, okay? I grew up a fan of the 1985 Chicago Bears, even before 1985. Okay, stop. But anyway, I was a kid in the Midwest of Illinois, and loved the Bears. Already going off the track. They added an update. This game, the developers they add stuff. In the last few updates, they sort of put an image on your Steam your Steam profile, or when you go to the page for Valheim to launch the game. For the Bog Witch, it was like background items. You don't really look too close. Then for a while, it was a lady holding a bow and arrow in the field. Nothing spoilery. And then all of a sudden, they post a guy with a bear head helmet. Clearly that they had added bears to the game. I wasn't sure if they had followed through on that or if that was just a developer update. But in the few weeks since the last time I recorded, I've been playing a bit. As I just showed you, I did this, over here. But I've also been doing a bunch of fishing and serpent hunting. I often feel bad every time something exciting happens, like hauling a serpent up onto land and then slaughtering it and hoping that you get one of its heads, or having the locals go to town on it because they are savage monsters who cannot help themselves. They will kill the serpents for you. That's always exciting. And I'm like, I wish my friends on YouTube could watch this, but I'm just playing it and catching fish and catching serpent heads because you need their heads for bait. I think I do have two. We have them as decorations. That's one all the way up there. I have another one over there. So I have managed to get a couple, and they're the bait that we need to catch the tuna and the redfish. So we have our quest. We have various quests, but in this episode, in this episode we're not doing that. I mean, who knows what else we get up to? But we're gonna go look for a bear. I was playing it, and I knew that there were bears, or at least that there was going to be bears. And I'm running around and I see a shape that looks kind of rockish, because there's things from a distance. And then I realize it's a bear, and I still had not yet learned if it was a whole different environment that they added that has the bears, like some sort of forest or something. But it could also be maybe unlikely they would have put the bears in the meadows. Or even the swamp. The most likely would have been maybe Mistlands. Actually, not really. Would be the Black Forest, which is actually where I was. And so we know that bears have been spawning. I have yet to mess with them, only doing an apocalypto run. When I saw one, I just turned and ran and said, no, I don't want to have a bear fight. Maybe they're friendly. Who knows? Maybe we can build bear saddles. So anyway, I saved it. So this is the episode where we're going to head off and go on do some bear encounters. I'm sure we'll fight. We'll get some items, and assuming I don't get murdered right away. And so let me just show you real fast. I saw one spawn. I mean, I didn't see it pop into spawn, but over here in Southeast Shore, this is like my little dock. I know there's a bear. I don't know if it's still spawned, but I saw one in this Black Hills here. But this is all wide open, and it's not very adventurous in terms of finding a bear. So the way I decided we're going to do this is get geared up, which I pretty much am. I mean, although, maybe we should go get bone mass from the center. Yeah, that's right here. And we'll head up to the canals. I mean, there's lots of black forest all over the place, but we'll just take although I don't even know if the portals are up. We'll just take a portal towards the, thank you, bone mass. It's pretty loud right now. We'll take a portal to the canals because that's all Black Forest, and then I imagine we'll just run around and find a bear. That's gonna be totally fun. It's September mid-ish, mid to late September 19th here, 2025. Nice to see reasonableness taking over the country these days. Everybody's just taking things in, only making judgments based on provable facts and good empirical, conscientious reasoning and healthy skepticism and healthy curiosity. It's nice to see everything's really coming together here in this nation of ours. So, okay, I don't know where I'm going to get into. I'm honestly in kind of it's like late. It's after 9 o'clock out here, and really been hoping to get to this recording for a while. I keep thinking to myself, man, there's bears. There's video game bears that we need to find. Might be fun to set them on fire. Who doesn't love a good burning bear? I did see a troll fight a Fulling, the guys with the flaming club, and the troll burns, and they're huge, so they burn quite beautifully. When you see it from a distance, you're like, oh my god, something giant, and then you're like, a Fulling set a troll on fire. This game is just like real life. So, okay, our food is low. Let's get rested here. I'm gonna kind of hold off to eat till we get there. When I said food, I meant like health over in the thing. And yeah, everything's recording. I did a few false starts for this recording. I didn't have my microphone activated in the OBS, which always upsets me when I do a whole episode. If it's only a minute, that's fine. And good. Actually, Stoneback. Yeah, this whole portal system is just effed up. None of this means anything anymore. Like with the color-coded signs and shit. So we're just gonna build one real fast here. Call it Canal 2. Oop, all caps, Canal 2. I think that should connect. There it goes. Excellent. So here we go. Let's go off on our bear adventure. Well, this will be really fun. No idea how tough they are. If I can even hurt them at the point I'm at. I'm a pretty tough guy. My guy is not weak. I have very high knife skill. But yeah. So it's kind of interesting to know that they're going to be a part of the Black Forest, which is a low-level area, and just the fact that you can occasionally encounter, a level 1 troll would be like the toughest monster. Just burn some, set a little fire going here, so when we come running back, we have a little light keeping us close to home. And, the best way to have done the bear thing would be if they had just added bears without any announcement instead of spoiling it. So, like, the Steam page to launch the game has pictures. And for a while it was the Bog Witch, but it was just sort of this item thing that kind of vague looking, and you didn't really... So if you don't look too closely, you don't really see much. It's not much of a spoiler. Then it was like a lady with a bow and arrow in a field, and none of that said anything. It didn't scream spoiler in any way. And then all of a sudden you open up Steam, and it's just this dude with a bear head on. He's got a whole damn bear head on his head, and and then there's also the little spot below it, a bear. Here, why don't we at least eat the food so we're good? And big spoiler there. You could read up on everything. You can go to the blog updates. If I had a big audience, I probably would get if these videos got views, we don't get a ton of views over here working on all my other projects. Halfway through a mini documentary. When I say mini, I mean like 20 minutes, 15 minutes or so. but for a different part of the other big project I'm doing. And yeah, so I've been keeping myself pretty busy. Kind of feeling it in a bit of a melancholy mood. Is that the right way to say it? I don't feel super on point in terms of my brain. I've been trying to get this recorded for a while. Was I saying that earlier? And really looking forward to this part though. So a bit of work came up this week. Desperately needed it. Very helpful. Still got a long way to go to climb out of the mess I've made for myself in life in terms of stable income and predictable security. And the dream is to live on my own somewhere. I'm so tired of closing the window to do a podcast or to record anything. I don't even think I really need to, but neighbors are walking by and there's a house behind me, and I just get real goofy about privacy when I start screaming about shit. I'm not even sure if the voice carries that far to be a problem, but nevertheless, my dream is to be a guy who can afford to live somewhere where his cameras and his mics are set up and he just has to get going and not stress about that crap and just focus on the important part, which is being awkward, weird on camera and disappointing in my ability to convey my poorly thought out, brilliant ideas, So, but I'm working a lot. I'm not crashing out. That's one of those new internet words that I've come around to hear. I don't even think I used it correctly, but yeah, struggle. It's yeah. Okay, let's not just immediately get into the bitching. But I'm trying to keep my good wolf fed. Oh God. Oh fuck. Oh man, I had not seen their faces. That's crazy. Look at that thing. It's not very fast. Does he eat? Did he eat my berry that I... They got freaky face, man. It doesn't make noise? I feel like it would be going like... Aren't they kind of clumsy? Look, let's see if he eats the blueberry. Yeah, he ate the blueberry. He's got an appetite. Well, that's a classic bear thing, is to be hungry like that. Okay, we're hearing footsteps. No growling? Oh, got some breathing. I want to sort of see... Okay, now we got the... I'm terrified. Let's take bone mass here. We got 5 minutes to take a hit. I don't think it'll kill me if I block it. I just want to do the fire. But the fact that now they've got these... Yes! Yes! Flame bear! Oh, jeez. Okay, what was that green stuff? Okay, blocked 41. Okay, yep, all right. It's a fight, but it's... Okay, here comes the recipes. I turned off auto pickup. I turned it off. All right. Oh my God, I'm so excited. This is great. Stupid. Oh, look, I got a head. Bear trophy. Oh, bronze. Oh yeah, so they added a bunch of pendants, which is a bunch of little... It's there's a whole bunch. I saw a thing, or it all popped up one day. The stupid tree is blocking all the goods. All right, here's bear hide. Let's see. Loincloth, headdress. Okay, so we can get some clothing here. Pattern, bear paw, bear skin. Pattern, okay. Turn on bear meat. New material bear meat. Yes. We're gonna have bear steaks. They call deer meat venison. Bear meat should be called venison. That's crazy. So the Black Forest now is scary. I'm kind of surprised it's not because bears are an apex predator, so they get to be I'm sure they can be stealthy when they want, I guess. But sort of always figured bears would be, well, they're kind of like, you know what I mean? They're loud eaters. I doubt, you know, they don't seem to be mindful of their, you know, etiquette. And they're not dainty little birds, you know. Shout out to the birds, by the way. I watched a guy on TikTok talk about the extinction of the dinosaurs, and except for the birds. And he kind of made the point, like, for the next like 20 or 30 million years, the dinosaurs still ruled. It was just only birds by that point. And they expanded into all these interesting niches. Oh, see, there's a troll. Now we'll get to see a bear fight a troll at some point. I'm just wondering how, you know, this is going to be one of those things where we'll just happen upon one. I wonder if they'll be like sleeping bears. You know, that's one of the things bears are known for. They are, everybody learns that bears love a nap. They love picnic baskets, and they love sleeping. In a lot of ways, they're exactly like I am. Stay over here. Okay. Uh-oh, did I hear a guy? Oh, look. Hopefully he sets the troll on fire. It's turned to wacky. Hang in there. Boom. Set him on fire. Good hit. Come on, falling. We have so much stuff to do in terms of projects and things to work on. Come on, get him. Yes! Burning troll. Isn't that cool? It looks cool from far away. Oh, I think he extinguished his opponent. Hey, you. Uh-oh. That falling is really asking for it. Well, now I know what it's like to be Timothy Treadwell. If anybody knows that reference, well done. You win the reference the day's reference challenge. I was going to say the reference Olympics, but that would have been a bit overboard. Not now. Okay. Hello there. Oh, this is where you want me to curl up. Oh, all right. Okay, so now we got all this crap I can't even pick up. I need to get the coins. Always want to bring home the coins. And I just want to do more with the bear stuff. Yes, okay. So now all right, we got a lot to do here. So there's pendants, which are just like little upgrades that give you some sort of buff or boost or whatever. So we'll definitely be messing around with those. I think I have I have so much material socked away. Why are there so many of these? Ooh. So we'll definitely be messing around with those. What was that? I saw something red over there. Was that just a brute or some little flash of red caught my eye? It was like right over here. It wasn't skeleton eyes, unless... All right. But I mean, dude, bears, that adds a lot to just the sense of ease that I've become accustomed to due to my superior ability to, you know, out-reason and out-violence my opponents, being a human being attached to a computer, as I am. I have spent so much of my life just at a fucking computer, man. it's I think about that sometimes. I'm like, oh my God. I started to read a little bit, and then I realized that the book that I opened up to read had too many silverfish carcasses. Not too, by too many, I mean like a couple. I have those little books. Do I have this marked? No. I have a bunch of books kind of stacked up, and this was a book called California, about a sort of dystopian future that I started reading like 5 years ago. Some people read like a book. I'm a slow reader. Maybe it was just the guy's eyeballs, like this guy there, but it looked like it was more hefty than those eyeballs. I don't know. I'm a very slow reader. I always tested very high in comprehension, but not good in reading. I have strong language skill, but slow reading ability. Not that it's about speed, but I keep and I have brought books back into my brain a few times over the last few years, but never to the degree that I mean to, where it replaces my impulse for the phone, that compulsive feeling of reaching for the stupid damn phone. And you know, it just has that, you can just feel the, what am I trying to say? The compulsion. You can feel the brain, the tickle, the itch to grab the phone. You wake up in the middle of the night, you reach for the phone, you do, you know, all that kind of crap, and it's sort of gross, to be honest. And if I could, as a young child, as a kid, a teen boy, I would be all curled up with a book. I was reading big, thick Stephen King novels and stuff like that. And it's such a healthier way to engage your mind. And there's so many beautiful... Oh, there's a bear. There's a bear right there. So you can spot them. They eat stuff. I want to see if they have that, like, status thing where it says they're scared or something. Like, can I befriend one? Can I make one into a... Sorry, I thought I saw something to the right. I really want to get a bear versus a troll. That is cool. These guys are... And there's a... let's try to drag it over to the spawner. Hey, buddy. Oh. Yeah, he's bothered by the gray dwarfs as much as I am. All right, you guys, fight the bear. Or maybe they're friendly? Oh no. Do they have a oh, dodge has a skill now? Okay. They're not fighting the bear. Oh no. Well, now he's like leaping. Okay, hang on. I just assumed this type of aggression wouldn't... Oh, fuck. Now I gotta fight all these guys. What if two bears encounter each other? Now, bears can be friendly, but they can also be real shitty to each other. I've seen videos. This is bad. There's a level 2 gray dwarf. Do we see those often? They really... Boom. Yeah, I've seen those. Come on, hit me. So I gotta imagine a level 1 gray dwarf will... Or, sorry, a level 1 bear will cause a lot of issues. So anyway, I want to finish this book, California. I think it's a first-time author. And, you know, there's just... I think it's one of the most beautiful things. I think music and writing and food are the three, and lovemaking are the four, and clean water. It's nice. But yeah, music and okay, just stick to the books, Tank. Fucking weirdo. yeah, the books are rad, and I want to reintegrate books into my brain in the process of opening a book, even if it's back to the Kindle. I have a Kindle, and even that is way better than an old paper book. But so my little stack of books over on the shelf, I have kind of a lumber rack that I attached to my dresser. It's actually kind of a cool looking sort of way of having decorations. See, now that one's not attached. When I say attached, I mean the man, the Black Forest is now freaking dangerous. These bears. Like I used to just stroll around here all nude and safe. Now I'm gonna have to be armored and unsafe. What is this, America? That's the history of the Western Hemisphere, is what I just described. I want to start a movement to honor Christopher Columbus by making DC a state. Why aren't we going with that angle? That guy was an absolute demon, truly one of the great villains of history, based on his own words. And we have all sorts of lore baked into our system and our world built around Columbus that I think, if we're not going to reconcile with it, maybe we could get people to make DC a state in order to honor the guy. Wouldn't that be nice? No. Politics. Oh, God, see? I was just about to say something about a bear. Fuck. Dude. I'm hiding. Yeah. I mean, okay. I took a hit from him and it didn't seem to do a ton to me. In other words, I think as long as I'm in this armor, I'm probably pretty safe overall, especially if I'm not at like minimal health and stuff, you know. Like my health is pretty good right now. But yeah, it didn't. I was kind of worried it'd be like a one-shot kill, or you know, like one of those sort of big baddies. Oh boy, the tension is just through the roof right now. What is? Okay. Spawner here that I destroyed way back when. Might as well keep gathering up stuff. Well, that's crazy. So, okay, good. All right, so now we have a sense of the bears. Some I'll be looking forward to having them fight trolls, if that even is a thing. They don't fight the gray dwarfs. I suppose it makes sense that they have made peace. But nevertheless, man. Okay. The bear trophy. The stare is still frightening. So they know they made Scary Bear. Them freaky ass white eyes. I got 5 meats. Did I miss one? Am I supposed to get 2 per kill? Must have missed one. Hopefully we find it someday. All right, let's go play around with some recipes. Oh. Yeah, it's kind of warm. Like, man, it's been kind of hot here. I know that a lot of places get much worse heat waves, but I'm really looking forward to some dry, cold California nights, because there's no better sleeping weather consistently than this like chilly desert air here in the Los Angeles basin. And I love that. It's getting close to house coat season, so I have this one jacket that is absolutely just like, it's like a comfort blanket for me. So I miss it. And but it's been a little humid and kind of just uncomfortable sleeping. And so let's hang up a bear face to see what happens here. Oh yeah. Yes. How cool that is. Give me the trophy. Oh, you gotta hold it now. That's right. Oh yeah, they changed orientation thing. Like, watch. Does it work on any of these? It was on the fishing pole. If you hold something, or yeah, it was something that lets you. Okay. All right, let's get our bearings. Pun intended. And check out. So there's all these pendants and stuff. And what recipes popped up? There's some bear leggings. We still got to go play with the locks. Remember we were doing that like 5 or 6 episodes back? 6, 7, 8, 9 episodes back. Paws of the bear. We need 2. And leather scraps 4. So these are for fisting. Which would... I have made the other fisting weapons. Which is a fenris type of thing. Fine wood. I'm looking forward to a new bow and arrow. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Okay, so patterns of the bear. Intricate designs can protect warriors from distant lands. They can surely protect you too. This text is smaller, right? It increases damage and... Okay, so you get berserk, but weakens you against physical. Health regen 30, stamina 15. So you kind of become... Sorry, got a burp. Slap, chop. So look, we got dodge, stamina drain when dodging. That's interesting. Crossbows. Okay. When are we going to be making them? Is that new or is that different than the... Okay, I got, because I have missiles, but you don't really shoot missiles out of crossbows. You shoot bolts, right? Fists. Headdress. Well, they really want you to do this one here. How can you resist? Loincloth of the bear. So armor 7. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna wait. We're gonna go do a little hunting. I have so much organizing I got to do with the whole inventory project. Okay. Even the blueberries goes here. Paws of the bear. This is kind of fun though. Can I make a bear rug? Got it. Oh, gotta assume so, right? Archery target. Yeah, so they added a bunch of stuff in archery target. That's cool. Man, there's just so much stuff I want to do. What's new here? Feels like there's something. I'll be really excited for some of these kind of upgrade sort of things that adds to the various, like, cooking. I don't know, tanning. Sorry, I never realized this is very boring. Okay. I don't think there's anything new there. Red jute, lox rug, deer rug, bearskin rug. Yes. That's me when I get a really bad sunburn. That's great. So yeah. So I think we can expect a lot of bears in this game since we do spend a fair amount of time in these damn black forests. What's that deer doing? Dare you? Dare you? So okay, let's check on the pendant thing, and then we'll head back out. Yeah, they're all down here, but let's start at the top. Yeah, so there's a black metal battle axe. That's a new one. A lot of this stuff I do want to just build to have. Bronze, iron. Flesh rippers. Yes, I did build some of these flesh rippers. But I do not have any idea where they are. I didn't actually even memorize everything that came up on the bear thing. Porcupine's a cool weapon. I want to build one of those. Black metal shield. These spears, I do think I should build like an ancient bark spear. Some of that stuff. Evasion mantle. Okay, so these are the what goes best with my playstyle. Mace damage with quick health burst. But does it replace your weight belt? Are these like necklaces or brooches? Evasion mantle. Increased dodge skill. Good. Heart of the forest. That one's probably a good overall. Pretty. So increased health regeneration, 25%. Effect duration. So you have to activate it? This one is the bronze pendant. Increased stamina. Bear trophy and a ruby. Fins. And if you combine that with the, potion that does swimming, pretty good. Swimming. Increased armor and a quick burst of health here for the iron. That one's probably at 30, so it has an effect. Nimble anklet. Increased run and a quick burst of stamina. So stamina gain 50, movement speed. Increased bow skill, spear skill, and piercing. Let's see why that can come in handy. Increased resistance. Aren't these all just great? Let's build the heart of the pendant. We need 5 ancient seeds and 1 Greydorf shaman trophy. Okay. We also got to cook a piece of bear meat. This is like a light drizzle here. Let's put that away. Okay. Well, here, let's just grab a bunch of this crap. And make a run to the kitchen. Gonna need some wood for the fire. There's where I put all my fish wraps. Hang on a second. Just gonna load up. Yeah. Okay. All right. I just replaced that. Oh, it's already done? That was pretty fast. Wonder if that goes, if they make it faster or something. Okay. We're going to cook a bear steak. Let's take half a pile of each of those. Oh, we're full here. Okay. Didn't realize I had so many frickin' berries. Put those away. I don't know if I spotted any recipes pop up. There might have been. Like cooking food stuff. I do have too many inventory slots in the arrows. Here, let's do this. I want to redo, not this building, but like this kind of inventory system I got going on down here. I need like a pantry. Just fill it up. Just put it all down. This is sort of just catch all and all these boxes down here. This world, this is similar to my real life. I have so many boxes of like wood. I keep thinking I'll get back into woodworking a little bit. I have to just wrap my wrists up real tight and just like go slow and just make things that are sort of tabletop sized, small. And I just have all these cutoffs from my woodworking job. I would just take home garbage. It was all stuff that was headed to the trash. And come on, let's put the fire down. Is that a bear meat? Yeah. All right. Cook all of it. Like this little shelf thing here. There's the mallet. Everybody knows. I think it'd be awesome if I could build these and sell them or something. Like expensive. Like they'd have to be like $400 or $500 because it'll hurt. It'll take weeks, and like I don't know if that's even feasible. I'm never going to be able to be like cooked bear meat. Nice. So 40 and 13. So this is kind of an early world sort of bad guy. Like if you're just starting out playing the game now. Boar jerky. We still got to do the egg. Salad is another one I wanted to make. Actually, I think I have. Yeah, we wanted to do it. This stuff here is from some recipes that I wanted to. Onions and cloudberries. Uncooked meat platter. This is the first time here. Oh, yeah. What does it do? So you can eat an uncooked meat platter, but it's supposed to go into an oven. All right, let's go onion. What the hell, man? I thought I had. Okay. All right. Now we'll get a couple more. Salad. Look how much stamina you get out of a salad, though. There, huh? Using the Jotun puff. Nice. All right. We'll just put it back in there for now. Bear meat. Got to be something to do with the cooked bear meat eventually, right? Plains pie. Okay. Let's I want to put down. Oh, holdy. I'm not used to that. Okay. New dish, cooked bear meat. 6. I want to see what a salad. Oh, look at that. It's kind of fun. That looks like a horrible salad, to be honest. No, I don't know. I would eat it. I would eat it for sure. I'm a big eater. I love to eat. Okay. Oh, I ate it. Sorry if that was loud. I just surprised myself. My bad. I mean, it gives you a ton of stamina. So when we start really cranking out and getting lots of stuff from the Mistlands, we can eat that a lot more. For now, let's just leave one right there for fun. Okay. I know I said we're going to go bear hunting, but I have since distracted myself with my culinary. Okay. Yes, I have all this wood sitting around. I have these like long cutoff strips. If you can kind of see the boards behind me, those are sort of just boards I glued together at the wood shop. You just take all the cutoffs and you smush them up and glue them. Glue up is the word. You know, you got to line up the flat edges and make some decisions and stuff, but then you can plane it down and you can get these beautiful boards that are glued together that I don't know what to do with. They can become cutting boards, or they can become, you know, somehow ripped down to, you know, sized down to work for other projects. So what do these things do now? So meat platter. Oh, okay. Oh, that's one right there. I've had one sitting there this whole time. Funny. All right. We are going to go do some more bear hunting. I'm a little bit scatterbrained. Okay. So let's hang that up. All right. We'll put some stuff away. And so kind of what I want to do with the wood I've got is I love the mallet, but also like I have this shelf thingy I built, and I sort of just want to make like these kind of like just the thing is I it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be really rough on my wrists doing anything. So I might not. If I have to quit and not do it at all, then that's just what's it's gonna have to be. I am disabled. I mean, my left wrist is bad. I can't put my weight on my hands, and it sucks. But I'm hoping that just with some carefulness and some slowness and some and wrist braces, that I don't overdo it, and I'm able to make cool things that are kind of informed by my limitations. In other words, I can't be super precious about rough spots or rough edges. You know, I don't want I want it to look artistic and worth someone's interest, and I don't necessarily think it's all for selling, but if people are become interested in supporting me by buying expensive stuff, because I was trying to say earlier, like I built this. Oh yeah, that's right. We got to make a pendant. We need bronze. All right. I think I have some bronze laying around somewhere, but I also can just make some more. Still got a ping pong ball moon, so that's fun. What the heck was I saying? Bronze, tin, and copper. Okay. Oh yeah, so I built this. That's fine. Candle holder thing out of a piece of Douglas fir, like several years, 4 or 5 years back. My neighbor, who I love to death, she's super cool. You know, she saw it. You know, she's like she bought it from me for like 50 or 60 bucks to give it as a gift to these guys that she's like really close to. You know, some friends of hers, and they love it. And they're like rich guys, and it's like one of their they love using it, and it's like their showpiece. And I mean, they have other fancy stuff too, but you know, it's just like a little neat little item. And she's like, "Oh, you should sell. You could make those and sell." And it's like, okay, first of all, how do I make $2,000 a month at 50 bucks? Let's say at $100 each. I gotta sell 20. Means I gotta make 20. That's not a ridiculous thing to do in a month, but like that means you're becoming a production thing. So like the volume needed to make a lot of money is possible. By yourself is a little harder. But if you have like, I'm on one end of the scale is like cheap ass stuff that is made super cheap and super fast, and you sell as many as you can to make as much money. On the other end of the scale, it's like unique, one of a kind, masterful, brilliant artwork that belongs in a museum and is gorgeous and priceless and something super special about it. Am I going to do either of those extremes? Absolutely not. But the only way I could feasibly do any woodworking in terms of income is if I am on the artistic side of it rather than the industrial production side of it. That's kind of inherent to the woodworking overall. Not that I expect to become that kind of, producer of stuff, but I do have some hopes that maybe there's a way to. I just hate having to involve the money part of it at all, to be honest. So I'll probably do videos of it too, if I can get to that point. I promised some bear hunting, so I know we're gonna do it. What did I say we're gonna make though? Do I want health regeneration or stamina? I feel like stamina is probably better. That will use up a bear head. Okay, so we need 3 rubies. I'm really hoping that I can get that going. It just takes taking the initiative to get out there, and I got to do a lot of cleaning on the balcony anyway. A lot of squirrel poop. We've been getting a lot of squirrel attention lately. Oh yeah, bear head. Where did I put the bear heads? Over here. Here, let's turn on a light. Bronze pendant. Increased stamina regeneration. But for only 60 seconds. If it was persistent. So these are like, you use it and then it goes away? Or does it just sit in my inventory? This seems pretty good. Blunt. See, now I'm less persuaded if it's like an activated thing. So it's like you use it. All right, let's save the bear head and the rubies. Sorry, I know I'm being a little... I know we're going to end up with a lot more bear heads, so I don't need to necessarily stress this too much, right? Maybe we'll just make both, because F it. We need ancient seeds. I have a lot more than that. And I discovered you can mount those now. Okay. Upgrade. Okay. All right. Here we go. Heart of the forest. So, 7. Equipping. So it does equip. But what is the duration? That's what's tripping me up. Sorry. Okay. Does it happen? Effect duration 60. Adrenaline. Is that something I just don't know yet? I'm sweating. Because the window's closed. Because I'm weird about talking while my... Okay. What's that noise? Oh, shit. The whole bird ass standing there. Is he going to explain it? Adrenaline. Cra. Warrior, is that a gleaming trinket of senior grass? Don it with pride and let its power course through you as you strike down your foes. Once your adrenaline reaches its peak, you are sure to... Oh, so it's like you build up from like a flurry of something. That's my guess. Thanks, Hugo. Hey. Get back here. Next time. I'll get him next time. Speaking of next time, I did say we're going to go bear hunting. But it's 50 minutes in. 54 minutes in. And we're not going to get to it this episode. And honestly, I'm pretty ready to just watch some DS9 and fall asleep. But I think I'll record one more tonight, since we're going to get it done. And then I'll do some of my own inventory management in the game. Okay, so I'm really curious how this adrenaline thing comes through. And where does it indicate? Yeah, got to come up with something to do with this whole base down here. So, okay, all right, sweet. See you in the next one, everybody. We'll go get some bears, and we'll gather up a lot of bear supplies from our new bear supplier, which is bear corpses, which come from living bears. That's just the way it is. All right. Good night. Bye.